this may come with some spoiler alert, I guess. Actually, maybe not. This is just our show after all. So as you guys know, we have no control over any of the outcomes of any of the matches. I didn't actually say that until now, which I'll be honest with you, I feel like at this point in time, you guys must know that by now, that we have no control over any of the outcomes of these matches. That being said, we're about to crown the AEW champion right now, as Chris Jericho and Adam Page are about to duke it out, as that's what the main event is for their show, as it's going to be the main event for our show as well. For the classics, that is. In case you guys are wondering why I didn't feature Cody Rhodes, it's because I am disgusted by what AEW ended up doing here tonight. I don't care what anybody says, and I'm sorry if I rub people the wrong way with this little tidbit of side attraction. But you know what? Cody Rhodes, started this company supposedly, to be different than the WWE, to give people opportunities and chances and all this other happy horse shit that AEW forced down people's throats for weeks and weeks and weeks. Let me tell you what ends up happening. A guy who starts out in AEW, who they're supposed to be doing something with, is Shawn Spears, formerly known as Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger left WWE because he didn't like what was going on over there, because he wasn't getting pushed and he wasn't getting used and da-da-da-da-da. Well, what happens when he goes to AEW is what happened tonight. Cody Rhodes, who is the president of the company, he's in the office, back and forth between Adam Page and Chris Jericho, by the way. I apologize for rambling, but you know what? Fuck Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, vice president of AEW, can't let a guy like Shawn Spears go over on him for one night only, because why? What's the importance of Cody Rhodes? Why does he need to have any kind of importance? Why does he need to have that win over a guy who was trying to make a life for himself, to have a different atmosphere, to have a different outlook of his career? He leaves one company because he doesn't like how things are going. He goes over to AEW, where the top dog, Cody Rhodes in this case, decides to squash him before he gets anywhere. And what I'm reading here is just utter nonsense. And I don't care how many ways and how many times you want to force this crap down my throat and how you made him look good. Cody Rhodes not taking the win, not taking the W to let the younger guy go over is absolute nonsense. You're the vice president of the company, you dickhead. You don't need to win. So now we have in progress the AAA Tag Team Championship, and I don't know what involvement that is with AEW or not, but that's between the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks. The Lucha Brothers, by the way, features Pentagon Jr. apparently, who we saw earlier. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come, but we also saw the Young Bucks earlier lose to the Firefly Ministry on our show. You know what? If the Young Bucks win their match, I'm going to go on record and say nothing is going to change AEW's outlook. They're not anything different than anyone else who's come before. You are hearing that right from me. Utter nonsense. So you got one match left, which is Chris Jericho versus this match right here. And look at this. Chris Jericho wins. If this happens tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there's no hope for AEW. There's no change in the air. There's nothing different in AEW than any other company, including the WWE. Because all of the top dogs, the press agents, the big timers are all getting pushed, while the younger guys are forced to take the back seat like they are in everywhere else. I'm disgusted, ladies and gentlemen. Now, granted, this just happened in our show. I'm not so sure that won't happen tonight. I want to make it known right now. If the Young Bucks win their match and Chris Jericho wins his match, if they don't put the title on Adam Page,
AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho.
If this crap happens tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I swear to you, I am never watching AEW. I'm not buying into AEW, and I'm telling you guys right now, if you think this is how things are changing, you're wrong. All right. You know what? Thank God we're going to go switch to the random Palooza and get away from this nonsense. Thank you very much for joining us for Classics. And we're going to go on to the random Palooza right now. Stick around.